Hi everyone, and welcome to what will be my first of watch comparison videos. This one I decided to do myself, not because anybody was particularly asking about it, but I felt these two watches were similar in some ways. When I had one of them being the Sumo I've had for a while, and I wanted to add the Turtle. I was thinking about looking at them and seeing some similarities, particularly how they fit on the wrist and how they wear. So I thought maybe some other people are thinking of the same thing. So here's the two of the watches side by side in one video. So I think it's fairly obvious right away that the case sizes and roughly the shape are fairly similar on these two watches. They're both have a kind of oblong type structure to them. They both have the kind of curved up side away from the wrist that makes them very comfortable and belies their actual size. They both actually have somewhat in appearance similar bracelets with the faux triple link with the polished sides. They're actually one piece each link, which I think is a good thing. We say faux like it's a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing in this case. Arguably the Turtle's bracelet's a little more proportional at 22 millimeters as opposed to 20 on the Seiko Sumo. The bracelets themselves, other than that, are pretty similar. Even the clasps, I think you can see, are quite similar in quality. Basic Seiko safety lock stamp steel. Nothing wrong with that at all, again, in my opinion. Case backs, both of them have the tsunami logo. That's always, I feel a bit weird talking about the tsunami logo, having lived in Japan during the big earthquake and watching the tsunami actually take the lives of a lot of people. But this has been around a long time before that. But to be honest with you guys, it does feel a little weird for me to say that sometimes. But yeah, it's known as the tsunami logo on the back of these cases. 4 o'clock crown position, as everybody is familiar with on the Seikos. Again, keeping the comfort levels very high for the size. The two watches are both, hacking and hand winding. The 6R15 and the 4R15 movements are fairly similar. You could go into a long debate about what the real differences are and which is, better for the money, but I'm not going to get into that here. Both watches themselves have a lot of detail for the money. The money itself is a consideration, I think, when you look at these two. The Seiko Sumo is about $100 more, at least here in Japan, than the Turtle. Some of the details are similar, and I'll just say similar and go into that a little bit. You do have a very nice deep dial with the chapter ring. There are surrounds on all the markers. Case is a combination of brushed and polished in both of them. You can see the differences there. But like I say, that's in general. I think in my opinion, I think the Seiko Sumo has some of the best finishing you'll ever find for this money, and even a lot more. That is an area where the Turtle is going to fall short. Again, I think that's reasonable because what you're paying for and the type of watch that it is. I think the image of the Turtle is a little bit more of like a robust, not a beater watch. That's kind of like a detriment to the watch, but just a kind of grab it and go watch. Where the Sumo is a little bit more dressy, and it really does show that if you're familiar with this watch, the transitions between brushing and polishing. The grain of the polishing here, and then the polish inside. The brushing here, and then the polishing inside, is really, very, very good. It does remind me. Some people may say sacrilege, but it reminds me a lot of the first generation Omega Planet Oceans, which I have one of those. A 2500C pumpkin I have actually, which I'll probably review later on. But the quality of the transition between brush surfaces and polished surfaces is always a good demarcation of the kind of quality and time put into a case, and the Sumo really has that. Also, the hands, the markers, just the quality of the dial itself is quite a step up from the Turtle. But again, the Turtle has perhaps more of a rough and ready, grab it and go type playful atmosphere. Certainly the color scheme in this model, the 781, is a lot more playful than the more somber sumo. I probably prefer the type of bezel markers on the turtle, similar to the 007 and 009 than this one. But some people complain the cartoonishness of this actually has grown on me, because it's not like anything else in the collection. I kind of like it that way. Overall, quickly looking at them, of course, and even wearing them on the wrist, they are very similar watches. I was wearing this one yesterday. I'm going to wear this one today. They feel really similar on the wrist. The weights are about the same. I don't have a scale at the moment. Can grab my wife's cooking scale, but I wouldn't want to do that. But on the wrist, it's probably not really a perceptible difference between the two. Whoa, lost focus there. Sorry about that. But I think that either one of them is really a great watch to have in the collection. Of course, there's plenty of room for both, because although they are similar, they are different. They have what I would call maybe like a different temperature of personality. The Seiko's a bit more somber, a bit more cold. The Turtle's a bit more warm, a bit more playful. And there's a place for both of them in any collection. So if you have one, don't be afraid of picking up the other one. That it's gonna bump that space in your collection, unless you try to keep a very small collection, which something that I guess has never really occurred to me, crazily enough. But they're both very, very high quality, great deal for the money, Seikos, as you would expect. The personalities are different enough that there's room for both of them. Very enjoyable watches in their own respects. And like I say, if you have either one of them, you're thinking about the other, and you're hesitant to pick it up because it's too similar, I would say don't worry about that. Though they're similar, they're different enough to have their own unique character and flavor in any collection. So that's it for me on this particular topic. So if you like, pick one up. If you really like, pick them both up. That's my recommendation. Cheers. Bye.